Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chang Ngọc Thắng. I want to talk representing our prototype that relays mechanical ignition key with a fingering alteration using a SB32 and AS608 sensor. AS608 sensor is a fingering sensor. In Vietnam is home to an ton using 45 million motorbikes, which equates to about one motorbike for every one other person in the country. Motorbike sportive is big issue in Vietnam. A mechanical clock is low cost, but it's not safe. It's really easy to physical attack and key duplication. My goal is design a system with a low cost, withdrawal fittable and user-friendly ignition authorization. Before that, we have some project developed with RFID and GPS, but it's really convenient, but it's really easy cloning and this system need a large power consumption. Today we developed the biometric with a preventive and identity based because the fingering are considered unique to each individual. In my project, have a fingering based unique prototype using SB32 and fingering sensor AS608 using Android app for a site enrollment, a SIM data with Bluetooth. My system using a power to 12 volt to 3.3 volt converter, and we can communicate with a sensor by UART protocol, and using booster to alarm and using relay to activate a clock. This is now hardware test. This hardware. This is in my application interface. In my application interface, we have some function like bin logging, enrollment deletion, admin transfer, or synchronization. We can using Bluetooth for checking user list, Android comment and checking a status of a system like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is a main flow of my project. We can we put a finger on a sensor and a memory of sensor. We can a memory of sensor compare with a finger sample data and give a data for SP32 decision and activate or not activate relay or buzzer. This is my website installed it on a motorcycle. Yeah, this is my system installed on my motorbike. And we try a lot of latency. A sensor have feedback about 0.068 second. SP32 about 0.062 a second, and Bluetooth have 0.686 second. We can try with a right finger, and it's really it's have a good a high accuracy, but we can try wet finger. It's high low rate. Yeah, well, because I think monster this store optical capture. We have tried we have tried yeah we have measured a lot of attempt of 500 importer attempt and have to accept it. So we have 1.4%. This FAR is a fail acceptance rate. This is legacy. Yeah. My system have advantage is low cost, retrofit and skill, but my system have a limitation with when you have a finger press with finger is wet and dirty with my system is hard to recognition. So we need to improve better sensor roots and use user guidance.
Perfect.
In my conclusion, I feasible fingering based anti-system. In the future, I want to large-scale testing and improve West finger booster and GPS integration. Yeah, thank you for your attention.
Any questions?
So maybe you can put a small dryer to make dry wet fingers. That could be an easy solution without using the most expensive sensors. Maybe it's a simple
Yeah, we can write.
Easy solution.
Yeah, but
your biggest problem is the wet fingers about, right? If the finger is wet, then the error rate is so big. So your propose to solve this problem is to use more developed sensors. Right? But it must be very high to
use a can't get it.
But I think we going outside and we have and the weather we have rainy in outside and a road. The finger is wet. It's really hard to write.
Any other question?
You showed us your UI interface. It is an application, right? And is it applicable for all the operation systems, I mean iOS and Android, or is it applicable for all operation systems, iOS and Android? How can I use this interface with my mobile phone?
This is Android app.
Just Android for iOS?
No, it's
No,
not.
not. And which language did you use to develop this? Which language? Programming language?
Language we have to
Kotlin or Java or which to develop this interface with UI?
you can use a Flutter with Dart.
Sorry?
A Flutter with Dart. D-A-R-T.
And one more question. Do you collect any data from the users of the application?
We you have collect data.
Do you collect any data from the users of the application? For example, any name, birth date, or identity, and fingerprint, right? Do you collect that data or just one time using?
Do you store the data in a database or
Yes.
just one usage?
Just one user for one week.
Let's say I am the user of this application, right? When I show my fingerprint to this application, do you store my fingerprint in any database?
No. In my application, just enrollment. If you activate my motorbike, you must put fingering on sensor on the motorbike. Not put.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's thank again the speakers. Okay, this is the session. So all the presentations were very good, very interesting conference papers. I have to choose one, unfortunately, I must choose one. So in my opinion, one very interesting that I will give the prize of the best paper for this session is strategy, and the